Smashing. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is BC Ezerioha. I am the founder and chief engineer of a company in a city known as Ontario, California. Started my roots in high performance racing and design engineering, and then finally made our way into electrification of automobiles, especially in the performance arena. Today, we do a fantastic job, the team and I, in converting cars of historical significance to electrification. So my goal this morning is to really share some exciting insights and some thoughts with an esteemed panel up here, which I'm sure each and every one of you will enjoy. Of course, the title of our interaction today is Beyond the Last Mile, How E-Mobility is Reinventing Sports and Lifestyles. And as you think about it, from power skateboards to 50 mile per hour electric mopeds, the micromobility market covers the broadest spectrum of customer needs and solutions. And the industry is exploding with new products that are appealing to customers that were never considered in the past. Chopper builders, cafe racers, golfers, police individuals, officers, hunters, soldiers, and even bush pilots have found a new application for e-mobility. And we're in the early days of what is possible. It's practically the Wild Wild West nowadays. In this panel, we will take a look beyond the last mile and see a whole new world of e-possibilities. Now, I'm going to take some time to introduce individuals up here on stage with me. This first individual is someone who I've admired for quite a while. She's the VP, Vice President, and General Manager of Bosch E-Bike Systems Americas. Bosch is the global market leader of e-bike systems and a company I've worked with many of my endeavors in the past. In her position, she's responsible for all operational activities in e-bike systems within North and South America. She's based in Foothill Ranch, California. Since joining Bosch in 1994, she's held numerous positions with increasing responsibility into automotive and non-automotive area of key sales, original equipment sales, and marketing. In 2009, she was a co-founder of the business unit Bosch E-Bike Systems in Germany. In her position as head of department for sales and service, she was strongly involved. Bosch made it into a market leader. She was heavily involved in Bosch and making it into a market leader. Please join me in welcoming Claudia Wasco.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Wow, this individual, we've had some good conversations. The Chief Operating Officer and Principal at Magnum Bikes, an alumni of University of Utah. As one of the longest-standing e-bike brands, Magnum Bikes, the company that he heads up, is a champion of innovation and design. By seamlessly blending comfort and technology, they provide an unparalleled riding experience. At Magnum, he and his team stand behind the quality of their products and guarantee service to customers. Together, they're truly reimagining transportation and paving a way into a green, sustainable future. Please join me in welcoming Jesse Lampin.
Thank you.
Wow, this individual has a really tall order, has accomplished quite a bit. The Vice President of Global Sales at Super 73 Inc., based not too far away from here in Orange County, California. His team passionately design, manufacture, and distribute Super 73 electric motorbikes. Founded in 2016, the Super 73 brand has quickly grown into one of the most recognizable electric vehicle brands in the world, with a passionate customer base that includes quite a few celebrities. Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, Madonna adds to that roster. Their mission is to build the world's best electric motorbikes, cultivate a passionate community while providing an exceptional customer service. Join me once again in welcoming Ben Masek. Accolades here: co-founder, chief marketing officer. The company that surrounds this individual is known as Jack Rabbit Mobility. The product model of this organization encompasses light, stable, and safe. The Jackrabbit is the new micromobility innovation and solution for the mid-mile to last-mile transportation. Jackrabbit draws from the best attributes of bicycles and smaller scooter-type vehicles, making it the ultimate solution for today's personal transportation needs. Suitable for virtually all ages, from children to seniors due to its inherent stability and performance attributes. With a solid IP foundation and extensive product roadmap, the Jackrabbit is poised to provide an expansive micromobility solutions portfolio. I'm very pleased to have on stage here with us today, Emily Johnson. Oh, we've had some good conversations, haven't we? This individual is the Chief Operating Officer of Juiced Bikes. Juiced products are designed, engineered, and supported by a team in San Diego, not too far away from here, a little bit south, and produced to exacting quality specifications. Their attention to detail is absolutely spectacular. They take enormous pride in setting performance standards for range quality, durability, affordability, and service support for the global electric bike industry. Please join me once again and welcome this ideal individual, Andreas O'Callaghan. So once again, guys, here we are. I have a few questions for you. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about the answers, all right? Well, the sheer number of electric mobility brands and products and their marketing messages can sometimes make the marketplace confusing for customers. So that being said, could you guys tell us what is an e-bike and what isn't an e-bike?
I would like to take that. So on a federal level, the CPSC actually is defining what an e-bike is. CPSC stands for Consumer Product Safety Commission, and it defines it as a 2- or 3-wheeled vehicle with fully operable pedals with a motor up to 750 watts, which supports the bike when fully operated by the motor up to 20 miles per hour by a person with a maximum weight of 170 miles on a paved surface. So that's a little bit confusing and leaves also a little bit room for interpretation. So the bicycle industry has done a great job to refine the definition of an e-bike because the federal level just defines an e-bike for the purpose of product safety at the point of sale, but then it's up to the states to define where an e-bike can be ridden. So People for Bikes, a nationwide bicycle advocacy group with the bike industry, has defined an e-bike based on a so-called 3-class system. So 3 different classes, which makes it then easier for local authorities to define which kind of bicycle infrastructure can be used by different types of e-bikes. So class 1 means a pedal assist only bike. So it means you have to engage the motor, you have to pedal, and it supports you up to 20 miles per hour. Class 2 means a bike which is equipped with a throttle. So to engage the motor, you do not have to necessarily use the pedals, you just use the throttle, and it supports you up to 20 miles per hour again. And then class 3, those speed e-bikes are equipped with a motor as well that supports you up to 28 miles per hour. And again, you have to use pedals to engage the motor.
Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I see Ben over there smiling. I have a question for you, Ben, sir.
What she said.
But Ben, I have a question for you. How are you, Ben, and your team working to innovate within the electric vehicle industry? And is this helping to bring greater awareness to reinventing sports and lifestyle within the industry?
Yeah, sure. I think that our brand in particular is very fortunate to kind of create some sport. We've partnered with Moto Beach, which is Roll and Sand Designs. They've created their own kind of race around electric vehicles in Super 73. I love what Cake did in Del Mar recently with that dirt kind of track race. I thought that was amazing, kind of creating sport. And then partnering a sport. I think for us, when we partner with F1, for instance, in the Red Bull race team, and have our bikes, kind of be used for, pit bikes and stuff like that. I think that's incredibly important. And I think collaborating with sport. I think for us, we just did a recent collaboration with Top Golf. We did one with Paris Saint-Germain. So I think, again, kind of involving ourselves in those sports and making ourselves be present really kind of allows permission for people to really pay attention to the e-bike category in particular and really be inclusive of what we're doing. And we want to kind of branch out and not just be this little community of e-bikers. We actually really want to present ourselves into a broader community of sport.
Very nice. I see it jumping at the bit.
Yes,
Emily's
I
jumping at
wanted
the
to
bit.
add to that.
Love to hear what you have.
Yeah, so many of you here probably have never heard of Jackrabbit, so I'll just quickly define us. We are a micro e-bike, which means we are small, we're 24 pounds, we're really cute. So you guys should all definitely check out our booth today and try one out. But one of the ways that we're innovating in this space is bringing new incremental customers to e-bike industry and market as a whole. Our customers tend to be Gen Zers. They're college kids using our bike to get to and from across campus. They're urban millennials who've never bought an e-bike before because they have a tiny New York apartment with an even smaller closet. So we fit really well into their lifestyle. We're also really resonating with women. We have a really small design. It's super lightweight. It's perfect for someone with a smaller frame. And last but not least, we really resonate well with the RV, van lifer, adventurous lifestyle set. Our bike fits easily in your RV, in your boat, even your plane. You can check this bad boy. It's FAA compliant. So, we think we're innovative in that way of just bringing new customers who've never entered the market. And I think that's super important as well.
Smashing. Thank you so much. Guys, I feel really strange because this side seems to be answering a bunch of questions. I'm gonna switch over here. I'm gonna lean over to you guys a little bit here. Okay. So Jesse, I have a question for you. When trying to increase your customer base, do you lean towards daily practicality or fun? Is it about convenience or adventure? I mean, which integrates better into your customer lifestyle?
No, thank you so much. At Magnum Bikes, we really lean more towards fun. And I think that's where the e-bike discussion starts. Oftentimes, adopters start out with a fun, easy way to recreate and to interact, and it graduates towards a more practical form of transportation. Really, we see at Magnum Bikes that the topic is centered around communication and connection. E-bikes connect. Going back 20 years, I was involved in wireless communication, and back then we took a product, a phone, we turned it into a cell phone, and a cell phone was the best way to connect with other people. Well, these days I'm using, instead of wireless communication, effortless transportation. And e-bikes truly are the best way to communicate and to connect people with other people, people with places, people with things. It's the best way to visit our national parks. It's the best way to get out there and connect with yourself, find stability in your mental well-being, find physical activity and a way to just, pause. And never has that been more relevant than it was in the last couple of years, as many people were forced to kind of retract to their homes and, were relegated towards, quarantining during the pandemic. E-bikes were that natural outlet that allowed people to get out there and connect once again. And as we kind of enter the other side of the last couple of years and the darkness that's come, e-bikes truly have been the light at the end of the tunnel that have brought people back out, connecting them with all the most important things that we have to offer. Most importantly, one another.
Thank you so much. I like that very much. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Well, Andreas, you're over there. I have a question for you in particular. What are you doing as a brand to build, maintain, and grow a community that is involved and engaged?
Oh, well, all right. So at Juice Bikes, we're a direct-to-consumer online brand. So we're actually very fortunate that there's really nobody between us and our customers except for the FedEx delivery man. So what we do, and it's very important to us, is customer outreach. We have it across 3 different departments at Juice. It's customer service, marketing, and also product development. What's really important to us is that our customer be able to reach us on their terms. Early on we really did try, if you want to reach support, send an email to our support line. That way we can manage everything. What we find is that some people do want to email, Some people, they really want to call you, and your phones have to be open. Some people don't want to reach out at all. They want to leave a comment on your Facebook ad. And if you don't engage with those people, you're missing a valuable opportunity to interact and to learn from them. What's equally important to us, as important as hearing back from our customers, we can actually reach our customers directly as well. And that's really important without the message being polluted by a third party. For example, putting out how-to videos, blog posts with ideas on how to use the bike. I think that helps people, to really understand what our product can do for them and how it will make their life better.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now, hopefully you guys are enjoying this and getting some great information from this. I do have a question that anyone in the panel can answer because I'm curious to all your takes on this one. And this is, what does the future look like for e-bikes?
I would like to take that. So I would answer this in two parts, talking about the market and maybe talking about the product, where does product development goes to. And talking about the market, I just would like to share some interesting numbers. When we talk about the potential of the market, we look usually at the electrification rate, meaning how many bikes being sold are electric. So in Europe, the electrification rate is 17%. There are some countries like Netherlands where the electrification rate is 50%, which means every second bike sold is electrified. So now guess, what's the electrification rate in the US? Not even 6%. Wow. So last year, 2021 in Europe, almost 6 million e-bikes have been sold. Just in Germany, 2 million e-bikes have been sold. In the US, not even 1 million. But this shows us the huge potential we still have. And this is because, well, many reasons, but e-bikes are a great solution for the mega trends we are seeing. Urbanization, dwindling resources, more and more people moving to the city. So that's one reason why Bosch e-bike system exists, because we were looking at the mega trends and we said public transportation is not a solution which is affordable and is available at short notice. So an e-bike is a perfect solution for very short distances. And then another reason why the market will continue to grow is really technology, improving technology in terms of battery safety, in terms of the design of products. So an e-bike used to be a Christmas tree of parts, but now the industry is being inspired by the car industry and the motorcycle industry, where all parts are concealed in a wonderfully stylish, complete body. And last but not least, sustainable. The e-bike is the most sustainable product which is out there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
I'd like to add to that if I could.
Yes, Jesse.
I may be an optimist, I'm surely an optimist, but I truly believe that the future of electric bikes means that we're going to see 1, maybe 2 electric bikes in every garage in America. Now, whether that takes 5 years or 10 years, I'm really not sure, but the entire infrastructure and grid that cities are built upon have largely been around automobiles. And as that continues to change, this natural revolution has taken place. And this is what we call it in the industry. It's an e-bike revolution. And as more and more adopters, and I'll go backwards actually, as the narrative has changed from education to adoption, we're gradually seeing more and more people gravitate towards a new style, a new type of transportation. And if we continue to work with our municipalities and our cities towards safer, better ways of commuting, we're naturally going to see more and more people go back to where they began. The history of electric bikes, the history of bikes is strange in this country. In the US, we all grow up riding bicycles. We turn 16, we get a driver's license, the bicycle finds its way to the back of that same garage we were just discussing to be replaced by cars. So what's so beautiful is that electric bikes and the larger bicycle revolution has brought people back to their roots. And it's an amazing thing to witness.
Thank you so much, sir. We may have one more answer and we can conclude. Well,
Oh, well, I'll add a little tidbit.
Thank you, please do.
But I agree with everything that was just said. I mean, you know, if you guys don't already know this fun fact, but 80% of every trip you take is 5 miles or less. So using a car for that is completely inefficient. It's a total waste of gas. It's horrible for the environment. So we obviously, everyone in this room is really bullish on the proliferation of e-bikes and the wider PEV market. But I will say in the future, you know, obviously a little bit biased towards the mini options, but, you know, I do expect to see more designs like a Jackrabbit, because when you're smaller, you're more affordable, and you're able to fit in smaller spaces. But to the first point, this is really important. We're entering a really turbulent economic period. Markets are downturning, inflation's increasing, gas prices are increasing. So it's important that we have a ton of different PEV options out there, especially for customers who need something a little bit more affordable.
Thank you so much.
In BC, I think that's the key, though, diversification, right? I think time will tell, ultimately, at the end of the day, on where this category goes, because if you look at all the different brands right now that are kind of filling different niches for end-use consumers, right? Like, what do they want to use them for? And so they might have 1 to 2 bikes that are sitting in the garage. One might be a commuter, one might be utilitarian, one might be just for lifestyle, adventure, and fun. And I think that's really where it's going, just like, you know, any motorized vehicle you think of, if it's cars, trucks, UTVs, you know, sports cars, things like that, people will find different uses for motorized vehicles.
Thank you very much, Ben. So, well, Emily, Ben, Claudia, Jesse, Andreas, thank you so much for joining us at this panel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. We will be around majority of the day. I'm sure we'll interact with each and every one of, or many of you. So thank you once again for being part of our interaction this morning. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys.